They'll get rid of the Doom though. Fair enough. Neon Esports, how do you close this draft out? They still lack a position 1.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Looks like they may opt to use the rest of the time they have left for this. No lifestealer option. What do you go for? They go for the Necrophos this time around, so that's not something I was expecting, but why the hell not? More new heroes popping out today. It's hard to know what to expect from this Necrophos. There's still a fair bit of magic damage on the side of Geek Fam to deal with the Necrophos as well, so I don't really feel like Geek Fam are going to be too concerned about this.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Feel the Necro can be pretty annoying just with how tanky he can get. The fear is going up against the Tiny and Alina for that matter, even the Ogre. The Ghost Shroud won't really help too much. Still 10 seconds left for Geek Fam. They do opt to go for the Mars, which is it's one of those heroes, Mars. I feel like pro teams didn't really give it a fair chance. I feel like everyone just kind of forgot about the hero as it came out. Zephyr will be on the Mars, and I believe we have seen Zephyr on Mars before, and he does make life very hard for the opposing team. Some excellent team fight. The spear can be very frustrating to play against. And of course, he does hit like a truck as well. It does appear as Cuckoo going to be on the Lina in the off lane, and they are going to put Ryoya on the Dazzle. Raven going to be on the Tiny. So a position 4 Mars coming out from Zephyr. Interesting. I mean, if there's any man that can pull this off well, I'm pretty sure it would be Zephyr. A much more aggressive support to be able to play. Mid Dazzle by Ryoya should be interesting. He'll be up against Yopaj on the TA. Now, if they do put the TA mid, it seems like an easy win for the Dazzle thanks to that poison touch. And even Skem, I mean, he still has the problem of a position 1 Tiny being there by Raven. The Avalanche Toss will just melt this Necrophos. I think with Neon's draft, I mean, if they don't get a good start on the laning phase, it may just be another early victory for Geek Fam. But we'll find out as the game is going to start. So Neon, how are you going to lane this? They do throw Yopaj mid once again. Ryoya going to be happy about that, I'm sure. Of course, Raven going to be up top lane as the safe lane Tiny. You'll see Zephyr roaming around, but he will be with Cuckoo for a bit. You do have that double stun combination. Assuming Zephyr does land the spear first, Cuckoo will easily be able to set up for the LSA, and you can also do it the other way around. It can be very, very potent. As well as that, we'll see what RR's up to on this Nature's Prophet. How he plans to run this. Do you stay in the lane? Do you just go to the jungle and farm up there?
It's a trap.
30 seconds to battle.
Judging by his items, it looks like he probably will go to the jungle. Going for the early Blightstone and just a bit of regen. See, they're going to say hello to Cuckoo down in this bot lane. Scam and RR are going to try and fight over this bounty, and with those treants, they should be able to snag at least that bot bounty rune on the river. And it does appear to be a 3-for-1 trade, so Neon this time around will manage to get a 3-for-1. Nice little early advantage for them. Seems like there's something wrong with Rappy's axe right now. It's glowing the wrong way. That's not good. This top lane could actually be fairly hard for Raven. Being up against that Centaur Rubik combination, basically a guaranteed hoof stomp once you've got that lift up. And of course the Retaliate does do a hell of a lot of damage. Dubu though, gonna just continue running forward on this Ogre, going after play hard. He just doesn't care about the damage coming out from Rappy. Just man fighting his way to victory. Of course, looking at that mid lane, Ryoya has already copped a fair bit of damage from Yopaj. Will be forced to salve up early on. And bot lane RR gonna drop very, very early. First blood going to the way of Geek fam. Scam tried to help him out with the heal, but it was not gonna be successful. Got to be careful about that double stun combination. Again, Zephyr just looking for a spear attempt. RR getting a bit too close. They go for the LSA on the Necrophos instead, and Zephyr, he doesn't throw out the spear. In fact, he just wants to run his way out. Does spear RR instead. But it looks like even without the Mars around, Skem is copping so much damage on this Necrophos. Looks like these lanes are going somewhat better for Neon, but as I say that, Geek fam find another kill down at the bot lane. Dire Courier will go down, and that was actually Ryoya's Courier being lost to RR on the Nature's Prophet. The reason why I said the other lanes are going decently is because Yopaj is farming very well in the mid lane, and the top lane's going well for the Centaur. In fact, Dubu does end up going down. That was near the tier 2. It looks like he just went to deny himself off, but the credit was given to the Rubik. Still though, the mid and top lane going well for Neon. But look at this, once again, Skem copping so much damage. Zephyr will lose his courier to RR. So RR's just roaming around the map, finding these courier kills with the teleportation. Denying a lot of items away from Geek fam. Suddenly, this bot lane for Geek fam has gotten a bit low on mana. Should be a lot safer for Skem to try and farm up now. Ryoya still not really finding the advantage he was looking for with this Dazzle pick.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Paj is still farming very, very well. Play hard now, going to be chased down by Dubu on the Ogre, but he'll be perfectly fine. Still haven't really been able to slow down Raven though on the Tiny. Rappy is still finding some very good farm himself, but though these Tinies can be a real big headache if you give him too much farm early on. Yopaj now going to go pick up a double damage. We'll go straight back into the mid lane. I need to shout that harassment towards Ryoya, but there's the poison touch coming out once again. Paj going to lose all those refraction charges, and that's actually a lot of damage from Ryoya. He thought about continuing the chase, but does let it go in the end. So Paj only has a Fairy Fire for regen right now, so he does have to be very careful. Ryoya will not pursue with that Poison Touch. But there it is. So not going to be enough. He can't get another right click in time. Paj will bring out some salve for himself, so he'll heal up pretty darn quickly. Meanwhile, bot lane Cuckoo, a nice double stun. He doesn't really manage to find the boundary rune he wanted, and he may have given his life away for that attempt. Though Zephyr is coming in, but he misses the Spirit. RR is not done quite yet, though. Nice LSA. Zephyr still trying to man up and fight the side of Neon. Can they find this Nature's Prophet? Not quite with the Dragon Slave. Zephyr going to continue the chase. He has Spear in just a second, and he will find the kill in the end. Cuckoo did manage to get out of there safely as well, though Skem may at least find a trade onto Zephyr, but no, apparently not quite, as the raindrops do block a lot of the damage from the Death Pulse. Zephyr will be able to shrine up with Cuckoo now. That'll make it a 1-3, excuse me, Geek Fam's way. This Nature's Prophet pick had some pretty darn good use in the early game going after those couriers. RR hasn't really been able to make much happen after that though. Seems like we see this bot lane falling behind once again for Neon.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Top lane. There's going to be a dive onto Raven, but now Rappy, he's gone way too far in. RR has teleported, but there's Zephyr. He finds the kill on the Mars. They're still chasing Raven, but he's alive throughout all this. Can he get himself out? It looks like he probably can, though. No, the Treants found him. They will finally find the Tiny, but at what cost? It does end up being a 2-for-1 trade. Geek Fam, I don't think they'll be too upset about that. They got a lot of gold going their way. Raven, he'll be back up in about 7 seconds. At least they slowed the Tiny down a little bit. Looks like there may be a play coming out onto Ryoya. Slow him down. RR is around, but doesn't go for anything on the Nature's Prophet. Cuckoo. Bot lane could be in a spot of bother, but no. RR will cancel the teleportation off. Cuckoo does have the Laguna up as well, so Skem has to be super careful not to get stunned up by Dubu. Like the Fire Blast. One Fire Blast will do the job. It'll be enough for Cuckoo to finish the job off. And yes, Skem, he's walked into it. He does heal up a bit. It may not matter, though. No, the Laguna wasn't actually enough damage in the end. Can they get one more right click? No, he gets stampeded and he does heal himself up. And now RR comes in. They get the Reaper Scythe off onto Dubu and they will find a kill. It looks like it was the raindrops from Skem that barely kept him alive throughout all that magic damage coming in. And now they'll rotate onto Ryoya on the Dazzle. Though Ryoya just man fighting up against RR. In fact, RR just trying to back out of there. Paj is there to help, but Zephyr is there as well. He doesn't have the ulti quite yet, but Ryoya has survived up until this point. The Treant block is going to be there, but not going to be good enough as Ryoya still making a run for it. But here comes Skem. He'll be able to clean up this Dazzle, and Zephyr will have no choice but to get the hell out of there. And so a 4-6, Neon, they are starting to find some pretty nice kills across the map. In fact, you look at that net worth graph now, and it's Skem at the top of the net worth at 3.7k, followed by his own Centaur. I said they were having a bit of a bad start, but it turns out they've turned it around. Geek Fam I wonder, do you start getting aggressive or do you continue trying to play the farm game? Zephyr now, he does have the Arena of Blood up. He can really try and set up for these kills now. Though, Ara gonna spot him out. Play hard is there as well. Zephyr, he drops the arena straight off the bat. Still gets lifted up as well. Looking for the spear. He does go after the Rubik, and here comes Cuckoo to clean up. They find one, but Zephyr may have given his life away for this. In fact, no. He managed to get out for now. Still, one more right click will do it, and Yopaj does find the damage. Now Cuckoo getting sprouted up, and that's the main target that they want. He will LSA out of there, but the Stampede is going to follow Cuckoo. Still trying to make a run out of there. The TP coming in, trying to support him. Raven, he'll be the one to TP. And Yopaj has been creep locked up by the dire side creep wave, and he gets Laguna down by Cuckoo. So Neon, it looked good at the start, but they end up giving a 2-for-1 away. And to make matters worse, Yopaj was one of those kills. Geek fam will certainly be very satisfied. In fact, they might even go after Skem. Avalanche will be there in just a second. The tossback is available, and he does find, in fact, Cuckoo will be there with the LSA as well. Can they burst down this Necrophos? They certainly can. Now Rappy at half HP needs to walk himself out. The spear from Playhard won't really do enough towards Raven. They're still chasing this side of the Radiant. RR, he's been spotted out by Zephyr. He's just waiting for a spear attempt, and he will find it as well. Thanks to Dubu with the 5-blast setup, they'll find another. And now Neon just stuck in the tree line, but Geek fam, they are not done quite yet, as they are going to chase Rappy on the Centaur. In fact, no, they'll go after Playhard first. He gets the lift off. There's a buyback from RI. He's trying to come back in and help out, but they've lost Playhard already. They're trying to chase Cuckoo now on the leader, but he's still alive throughout all this. Now the Arena of Blood being put down to really just block them up throughout all of it, and that's it. They walk out. So RR's buyback, unfortunately, getting nothing done, and well, they lost quite a few heroes in the process. And Geek fam, I mean, for a minute or two, they look like they're in a bit of trouble, but they're back up and online. 5-11 their way. Still a slight net worth lead, though, for the side of Neon. Slowly but surely, these items are starting to come up and online. Yopaj does have the blink up now. Certainly be a little more aggressive on this TA. You see the immediate smoke coming out from Playhard and Rappy. The outpost already being captured by Geek fam on the southeast side. Who do they aim for? They stampede up. They want Cuckoo on the leaner, but he's already out of there. Or rather, he is sort of out of there. The LSA will land on the TA, but it looks like he is trapped up in the end. Reaper Scythe will come out as well. So this smoke rotation does pay off for the side of Neon. But while all that's happening, the mid lane is being pushed in, and Rappy tries to defend, but oh, wait a minute. The toss spear actually throws him out of the Arena of Blood. They kind of just threw him over the edge. And Raven. I've never seen that before. Meanwhile, bot lane, Dubu, gonna get a 5-blast off. He'll be alright. I've got to tell you what, Rappy, he's got to be counting his blessings.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, Ryoya planting mango trees in his free time. He's quite the gardener. Has the Necro 2 book up now. He's going straight into the Necromonicon 3. Once that Necro 3 book's up, it becomes a hell of a lot harder for Neon. Those units do so much damage. There will be an immediate smoke from Geek fam. No Arena of Blood, but they just need the Fire Blast setup. Scam will be a very, very nice target, but it looks like they are going to try and loop around. Still there, they're going to run into Play Hard instead. Play Hard, basically understanding he's just dead. You will see the rotations, though, coming in from Rappy. He has Stampede available. He will not proc it. He'll leave it be. And Geek Fam look to be setting up to steal the outpost and, of course, go after that bot tier 1 tower. Ryoya immediately using that Necro 2 book, getting the full use out of it. Both teams at the 15-minute mark just completely ignoring the bounty runes. They're just kind of on the map right now. Like RR will at least get the northeast ones rather than northwest. Dubu. Find your Page with the Fire Blast. Cuckoo there with the follow-up, and now the Spear into the Arena of Blood. Cuckoo, though, where's the damage output? Your Page, he's still healthy throughout all this, and Zephyr is forced to back out of there. Do they keep going? Raven's here now. He's got a 3-man avalanche into a toss. It's still not enough damage, though. Now they've caught out Raven on the Tiny. Can they burst him down? Not quite yet. Page is starting to fall quite low, and here comes Ryoya. Still Scam. Reaper Scythe going to take down Raven in the end. Scam still looking very, very healthy throughout all this. Ryoya now going to be the target. LSA is there on RR. They're going to try and control up the Nature's Prophet, but it's not going to matter if you've lost your core Dazzle. RR still alive throughout all this as well. He's just going to sprout out and TP out of there. In fact, no, he won't even TP. He'll just walk. And Geek Fam lose 3 for nothing. Not the best of trades. In fact, I say 3 for nothing. It was a 3 for 1. The Rubik did end up going down, but what does it matter when you've lost your core Dazzle and your core Tiny?
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Zephyr. Still having a good game on this Mars. He has struggled in terms of farm a little bit, but it looks like he does finally have the blink up now. That blink will allow him to get those surprise initiations off with that arena. You look at Skem though, he's got the full pipe up. It makes him so much tankier throughout all this. Your Page, very, very close to that Desolator as well. It's about 300 gold for it. Have it coming up in just a second. Rappy even going to have his own Blink Dagger coming out now. So a lot of big items being picked up by Neon. They may opt for another smoke now. There's that smoke. Rappy looking for that blink initiation. Gonna find Dubu. The smoke breaks from Geek Fam. That's gonna be a very easy Ogre pickup. Do the side of Geek Fam go in? In fact, yeah, they do. They drop the arena straight away. Zephyr going straight after the Necrophos, or rather Play Hard on the Rubik. Still Play Hard. Gonna be okay. In fact, no, he does go down. A 1-for-1 trade. Both supports will end up buying back. Ryoya just trying to get out of there safely. He will. Like Raven's actually gone for a bit of a right-click build on this Tiny. Mask of Madness, Sergeant Yasha. Straight into the Assault Cuirass next. Meanwhile, Neon though, they'll go straight into the Roshan pit. They don't take it as fast as you would hope though. Geek Fam, it appears they are aware. The problem is they don't have the Arena of Blood right now, but they're going to go in anyway. Still, 4-man Hoof Stomp coming up from Rappy to start off the team fight. Now the Reaper Scythe as well. Dubu's been trapped up in the Sprout. He's going to die on this Ogre. And Rappy with the Hoof Stomp before they could even get into the pit. The Roshan is basically free for Neon to take now. Zephyr may try for it, but he's got no vision of the pit. He does jump in, the blink is there, but the Roshan is still way too healthy. Zephyr, he's given his own life away now. He tries to take it out by himself, but it is too tanky. And with that, Yopaj will go ahead and take the Aegis. And it would have been a great Aegis steal had it been one, but unfortunately for him, it does just mean his own life is forfeit. Meanwhile, Raven, what are you up to? Kuku gonna TP down. Rappy, they're baiting out with Tower, and Rappy just gonna have to stampede away those outposts. Very, very important for that XP gain. Neon wanted to swipe that outpost away from the Dire before that that XP came in at the 20-minute mark. Looks like Neon gonna start forcing in that tier 2 top tower. Things have definitely gone their way this time around. 6k net worth lead for this Radiant side. Deso Blink completely up on Yopaj. He's going for a BKB next. Geek fam looking for a way back into this game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
They certainly have the tools, but they just don't seem to have the damage output during these team fights to really take anyone out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Looks like bot lane, they're gonna go after Dubu now on the Ogre, but he just immediately TPs out of there and should just be perfectly fine. Zephyr will do the exact same though. Rappy has found him and they immediately tip him as well. Reaper Scythe and Zephyr taking out the Mars. Neon really on a roll throughout this game number 2, trying to even out this series before it ends.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Now down to the bot tier 1 tower.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower.
They'll find the tier 1, straight into the tier 2. Yopaj with that Deso taking it very, very quickly. And Geek fam just going to allow it to go down. They've just got no response for this right now. Raven still trying to finish up that AC.
Has fallen.
While that's happened though, BKB is now available on the TA. Just coming out on the courier. Kuku, however, will pick up an Aghanim Scepter, so he does have a way to pierce the BKB for some damage, but the Laguna hasn't really proven to be enough yet. Now you've got an Aghanim Scepter out on the Necrophos as well to make matters worse. Kuku TPing in, but gonna get punished, and the tips come out once again. Trying to TP down and try to clear out the creep wave. It does not work out in his favor though. And with that, the tier 3 tower going to be open for Neon to try and take. Still, Geek fam aren't going to allow this to go down for free. Yopaj still has time on the Aegis as well. Skem going to front line. Avalanche Toss will be there straight back into the tier 4s. And now the spear comes out. Zephyr trying to control up Skem. He's falling quite low and it looks like he will end up going down. So Raven setting up a very important kill. And now Yopaj goes down. He's lost the Aegis. Still they get Raven on the Tiny. But it looks good for Geek fam. They'll hold on to the tier 3. They won't lose anything. In fact, they'll gain quite a bit of gold, I believe. It will be about 1.4k going their way. Neon getting a little bit overly confident. Geek fam. Starting to really stick as a team. Pushing in that bot lane a bit. They'll grab the outpost, though Yopaj doesn't want to allow this to go down for free, but there's a lot of Geek fam heroes there. Still Yopaj, he just BKBs up and wants to map fight everybody. Reaper's Scythe will be there on Ryoya, and the Dazzle's just gone. Dubu trying to outrun Yopaj, but I believe this should be a dead Ogre. And yeah, the trap will be there. Meanwhile, Zephyr still trying to outrun the side of Neon. He will blink away, but another TP comes in from RR. Still, RR runs the wrong way, and that will allow Zephyr to get out safely. In fact, somehow Dubu got out of there as well. They weren't really able to pick him up. And that outpost was not taken before the 25-minute mark, so the XP still does go the way of Geek fam. Or at least one of the outpost XP does go to Geek fam. Neon will go ahead and secure it now for that 30-minute mark. Neon look to be trying to apply more pressure down this bot lane. They don't have the Aegis this time around, so this could be a bit risky for them. We'll go ahead and Fire Blast up the Centaur. Tier 3 does go down. Yopaj, is he done? Not quite. Though here comes Raven. Nice avalanche, and now the arena comes out from Zephyr. He's caught 3, but he just melts the Yopaj. They go after the Tiny now. Raven, he's just a sitting duck. He gets sprouted up, and he's gone. There's no saving him. Cuckoo trying to run away and should be able to get out, but Dubu will not be so lucky. And now, well, the hoof stomp from Rappy. He found 2 of them again. Cuckoo gets low. He'll survive for now, but they haven't really taken anyone from Neon down. Perhaps they get Rappy, perhaps not. Perhaps he just walks out of there. In fact, that's exactly what he's doing right now. They do get the Ignite off at the very least, and he does get Fire Blasted down. Now they found RR on the Prophet as well. So they defend their racks once again. They'll lose the tier 3 tower. They get some form of golden XP out of that. It still looks really rough for Geek fam as they had to commit 3 buybacks for the price of 2 kills. Certainly not the trade you'd like if you are a Geek fam fan. Zephyr. Gonna find Play Hard, find Skem as well. Nice spear into the tree. Play Hard though is there to lift up Raven. No, spear does not connect from Play Hard, but still, they're gonna go after Zephyr on the Mars. Arena goes down, but it does not matter. The Reaper Scythe will just take him out, and now Yopaj gonna go after Dubu on the Ogre. Raven gonna try and help him out a bit. Fire Blast, Avalanche Toss, it's all there. In fact, they might just burst down Yopaj and do so. Skem now gonna make a run for it. Ghost Shroud has been committed. Still, Fire Blast will be there as well as the LSA, and it looks like Raven does manage to take out the Necrophos. And so Neon, once again, a little bit overconfident. Not backing off in time, and once they lost Yopaj, it was just free game for Geek fam. A couple more team fights like that, you might have given Geek fam a way back into this game.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Still though, they'll just try and secure it at the bot tier 2 tower while they can.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top shrine is under attack.
They will successfully find it. Neon still maintaining a 9k net worth lead.
Top shrine is under attack.
You look at Dota Plus though, they're up around that 80% mark. Now it has dropped down to 68. Again, 1 or 2 more of those team fights being lost by Neon, and I think Geek fam may have the advantage. In fact, it looks like they're ready to smoke up,
Is under attack.
or perhaps just group up and wait for someone to run into that mid lane.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
There's the Mind Breaker dropping for Cuckoo. That's a nice item for him to pick up. A 4-second silence can pay dividends. especially up against the Necrophos. Not allowing him to get that Ghost Shroud off would be pretty darn nice in a team fight. Geek fam, still just sticking as a team, not trying to pursue anything quite yet. Got the Roshan up in about 25 seconds from now. Geek fam, they will eventually smoke up. Zephyr, can he get a big arena off? He goes straight after Skem. The Ghost Shroud was already there though. Now Rappy, he hoof stomps the backline straight away, but they found the Necro, or have they? Not quite. He is managing to get out of there safely. In fact, Zephyr almost goes down, but the Shallow Grave saves him just barely, but he should go down regardless, and does. And Geek fam, they're still trying to fight this TA. Yopaj somehow surviving throughout all this. He does go down. Rappy now trying to make a run for it. A massive LSA comes out from Play Hard. And RR, does he get out? He does indeed. Dubu though, still chasing on the Ogre. Ryoya getting tossed in as well. They really want Skem on the Necrophos. He's so close to dying, and they will finally find him. Raven managed to also find Play Hard on the Rubik. And Ryoya? He ends up finding Skem. I thought Skem was already dead, but apparently not. Nevertheless though, that was a big goal change to the way of Geek fam, and the Roshan does just spawn up. A huge win for this Dire side. Cuckoo starts giving it to him. The Aegis and Cheese will go to the way of Geek fam.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is falling.
Buyback will be forced out from Play Hard on the Rubik. Daedalus is going to be up on Raven very, very soon. He just needs that Demon Edge now. This is a very, very scary Tiny. He's already hitting like a truck. Once that Daedalus is up, things are going to get a lot more dangerous for Neon. And it just seems like the item progression coming out from Neon Esports, it's just not there anymore. Yopaj, he does finally get the butterfly up. There's that Daedalus, there's the 4-star from Dubu. It's coming out on the courier. Raven looking to go high ground with his team now. They have that arena available. Raven will get started. Force out the fortification, and they will just back off straight after, but perhaps just trying to bait someone to defend that bot lane. In fact, no, Geek fam, they feel the need to defend that top lane. Cuckoo can always just TP back with the BOTs though, so it's not too big of a deal for him.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Meanwhile, RR being a little cheeky with that shrine. It's a slow process, but it will eventually get there if they're left alone. Meanwhile, Geek fam have smoked up once again, trying to find a big target to go after. Of course, Neon are aware now that Geek fam are around that area. Dubu just will immediately buy another smoke. Still double damage now on the Tiny. He's going to be hitting a lot harder now. they can get this high ground while that double damage is active, it's going to be massive for the side of Geek fam, and that is exactly what they're trying to get done. Raven moves in, and the Skem will go Shroud, but there's the arena being dropped straight away by Zephyr. Still Skem surviving throughout all this, and now the Reaper side straight onto the Dazzle, but he survives it. Laguna there on Rappy, they take down the Centaur. Playhard's gone as well on the Rubik, and now the Necrophos, a sitting duck. He Ghost Shrouds up Zephyr. He misses the spear and may go down for his trouble. In fact, Rappy, he buys back and gets the hoof snop off, but it's not going to be enough for Zephyr. He survives through it. That's the Millirax gone, and that is Yopaj gone, my goodness. Huku and Raven just destroying him. And Raven just going after the tier 4s now. There's no buyback on Yopaj or Playhard. Avalanche Toss is going to be there on the Necrophos. Spear straight into the Ancient. It is a tree after all, and it looks like Skem is going to go down. Now Rappy, he really doesn't want to die back like this, but it's going to be all over. 4 heroes now with no buyback. There is one buyback on the Nature's Prophet, but it doesn't matter. The GG's been called. And Geek fam, I mean, you can't really underestimate Geek fam like that. Neon Esports had a great start to this game. It looked like it was theirs to throw, and unfortunately, that's exactly what happened. Geek fam, they ended up coming back after quite a few victories in small team fights. And that's going to be a 2-0 for them. Nevertheless, we still do have multiple series to go, ladies and gentlemen. Next one coming up is going to be TNC versus Reality Rift. It is MLP Dota. I'll see you guys very, very soon for that 4th series of the SEA Closed Qualifiers. We'll be right back.